Procrastination is the devil we have to deal with every single day. It sucks, right? And the number one reason why it never stops and feels like an endless cycle is that nobody understands the real reasons and the patterns behind procrastination. Why procrastination happens. In today's video, you will learn to finally understand and to stop procrastinating, to get things done and to be more productive to reach your goals. The funny thing is, 99% of the people watching right now will not even watch half of this video. They will procrastinate watching a video on how to fix their procrastination. I know this because it was exactly my life a few years ago. I procrastinated
everything.
And it made me feel terrible. I disappointed myself every day until I found out why all this is happening. By definition, procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something, which means to put things off. Reasons for doing so is the fear to fail, a lack of motivation, the feeling of being too overwhelmed by too many or too big tasks, and for sure, perfectionism. Being a slave of one of these and staying in the cycles of procrastination will lead to huge negative impacts on your life. They actually have a name. The negative impacts are called the 3 to downfall.
What the heck does that mean?
To get a better understanding of the real impact of procrastination, I will share the secret of the cycles with you now. It's not what you think, so take the next minutes very seriously. Having no solution to procrastination will lead to, first, a huge damage on your self-image. When you are procrastinating over and over again, you will disappoint yourself every day, same as I did, and you will lose trust in yourself. You are setting goals and you do not achieve them. It's demotivating. If you don't stop procrastinating, you are teaching your brain that you don't take your goals seriously. You are training yourself to put things off. This will make your life much harder. Putting off your study session will lead to putting off your workout, will lead to putting off cleaning up your room, will lead to putting off feeding your dog. Don't you dare feed your dog. You will start procrastinating even the easy basics of your daily life because you made procrastinating part of your identity. You are a procrastinator, so it's important to make things different here. We will find out in just a second how to stop that cycle. But remember first, how you do anything is how you do everything. The second one of the 3 to downfall is the attraction loss to the opposite sex.
What?
Yes, you heard me right. Procrastination will have a dramatic influence on your relationships, friends, family, and for especially the young men who are watching here, yes, also your partner or your dating life. A woman will always smell your lack of motivation and your lack of discipline. Same as you losing trust in yourself, your partner will do so because you don't reach goals you are setting. She will start seeing you as an untrustworthy and unreliable person, and she will not feel safe in the presence of someone who has lost control over his life. Let's make this clear. The solution to stop procrastinating will also increase your attraction to the opposite sex, if that's a motivation for you. And finally, the most important one, listen clearly. Downfall reason number 3, the active fight or flight mode. Leaving tasks until the last minute can cause an immense increase of stress and anxiety levels. You are constantly under pressure, thinking about the tasks you have to get done. And when you feel too overwhelmed and stressed, your body goes straight into the fight or flight mode. That's the mode that gets activated when you are facing a lion, when you are about to get eaten. Just imagine what having that state all day long means for your overall well-being. That's why students get depressed. The dopamine is blocked. You will get angry very fast. Everything annoys you. You are very sensitive in that mode. And there is no other choice for the body and for the brain to find a way out than to find a distraction. Because when you are distracted, your body can relax from the fight or flight mode. And that's how you find yourself scrolling on social media. Do you understand the cycle now? Being overwhelmed by procrastination leads to even more procrastination. It's endless if you don't know how to escape. Damn! Nobody taught you that in school. Subscribe! Pierre Steele, a PhD and one of the world's greatest researchers on the science of procrastination, found out that in our mind there is a constant battle. A battle between our procrastination side, which is controlled by impulsiveness, delay, and instant gratification, and our productivity or rational side, which is good at planning, reasoning, and regulating our emotions. This battle is a normal part of life. We all have these two sides in ourselves. But if your procrastination side is getting the upper hand, then you have to ask yourself, why? The science of procrastination discovered 4 factors that are impacting our motivation to get things done fast and to not put things off. Knowing how to handle these factors will fix the cycles. Let me give it to you so you can boost your productivity. Expectancy, value, impulsiveness, and delay. These are the 4 factors. And to make it easy, Piers Steel created this equation for us. Expectancy times value divided by impulsiveness and delay. Let's find out together what that means. Expectancy here means the confidence you have in your experience to execute and to finish a task. Value describes the meaning a task has for you and the meaning you give to it. But the problem is, if you have procrastinating a lot in the past, your expectancy to finish a new task is very low. You don't expect to get it done on time because that was your experience before. Same with the value you give to a task. If you don't give any meaning to it, if you don't know the motivation behind why it's good for you to do it, and if you lack this clarity, the value is 0. So why you should execute? Now we are coming closer to the solution. The first step to increase the value is to give meaning to it. Write an essay about it, I don't care. Ask yourself, why is this task so important to me? Travel into the future. When you finish your work, what pleasures, what great feelings, what achievement is waiting for you on the other side? Will you come closer to the goal of being financially free? Can finishing this task help you to get better degrees? Do you want to become a doctor? So it might be helpful. You want to become an entrepreneur? Will the discipline of today, of doing the work now, increase your opportunities and your qualities in the future? Find your why for every single task. Preparation is very important here. Better spend 2 hours figuring out why this task is so important for you and finish it fast than going straight into the task with no preparation and taking 10 times longer because you are struggling with your intrinsic motivation. Give it meaning, give it value. And what was the other factor in the equation on top? Do you remember? Good memory. Expectation. If you are still watching at that point, first, congratulations. You trained yourself to have a higher attention span. This will help you for your next task. Keep going, you're doing well. And secondly, if you related so far with the things I said and you have been procrastinating a lot in the past, then this will fix 90% of your problems. Increase your expectancy again. Now you are probably disappointed with yourself because you are losing all the time against the dark power of procrastination. It's just hard to get things done, isn't it? Here is a small trick to get the ability back to enter the flow state again and to finish tasks easily. It's about showing yourself that you are able to, that you can definitely reach your goals. We will start from scratch. We will trick our brain here. Start today. Write down a checklist of a few tasks every single day that are very, very easily to perform. Tasks you will do anyways during the day, like brush my teeth, take a shower, go for a walk with Mason, have breakfast, drive to the office, make a poop. I'm serious. Easy tasks. Reading 1 page of a book, 2 sit-ups, 5 minutes of work. Start small again. So why this works? What will happen psychologically? At the end of the day, you will check off 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 goals you have reached successfully. Do this for only 5 days. That's a streak of 50 goals you have set to yourself and you have achieved them all. Every single day your self-confidence goes up. Your system gets dopamine by checking off goal after goal after goal. And your brain doesn't care how big or how small the task was. It just counts that you have been successful. The brain will realize, hey, doing the work can feel
very good,
can feel very rewarding. Procrastinating isn't worth it. The brain will start sending you different impulses. Instead of wanting to get distracted from social media, the brain wants the dopamine from finishing new tasks, from getting things done, especially getting things done that have meaning to you, that can lead you to a better life. So the impulses can change from grab your phone to, hey, please get some shit done for me. That's how you win back control of your life. That's how you win back trust in yourself. The identity of the procrastinator slowly dies. High expectancy and high value. From now on, start small again. Start putting easy tasks on your list. After the day or during the day, check off as many things as possible to trick your brain for changing your identity to a doer, to someone who is productive. Ask yourself, why is this task so important for me? Think about the positive consequences, the rewarding feeling, and the pleasures that come along with finishing your tasks. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's secure. And now that you know how to stop procrastinating, the next step is to make getting things done a habit. Here on my right is a strategy to finally make the habit of being productive stick. See you there.